Jai Hind students, let us we discuss today introduction of income tax and features of income tax and certain important terms of income tax one by one. Let us focus on introduction of income tax. The importance of income tax has increased considerably in the present scenario because it has become a major source of revenue to the government to utilize for the social and economic development of the country. Whatever government use fund is actually collected in the form of revenue from the people for the people. So we may say income tax or tax is one of the effective instrument of reducing unequal distribution of wealth between the rich and poor. Rich and poor. So whatever government collect fund from the public may be utilized for the benefit of the social and economical purpose of the society. Let us move the features of the tax. Foremost and important feature of tax is compulsory payment of money by the people to the government. Here, people means person. What is the first? First feature of tax is it is a compulsory payment of money by the people to the government. The tax collected by the government is used for public purposes. So I first only told that it is a revenue collected from the people and for the people. पब्लिक से लेना है, पब्लिक को देना है, बस इतना ही फर्क है. Rich persons can pay it in the form of tax and we can use it for the upliftment of social and economic development of the society. The contribution received by the government is not for any specific services rendered by the tax purpose. This is also one of the basic features of the tax. So generally the taxes may be divided in two parts. Taxes can be classified into two types. One is direct tax, another is income tax. Direct tax itself we may say income tax, and indirect tax itself we may say GST. So how we can define direct tax? Direct tax means income tax. Direct taxes are those taxes where the impact and incidence of such taxes fall on same persons only. It means what? No shifting of the burden of taxes to another person. What is direct tax? Direct tax or income tax are those taxes where the impact and incidence of such taxes fall on the same persons only. No shifting of tax burden. जिसको इनकम टैक्स पे करना होता है वही आदमी इनकम टैक्स पे करता है. नो शिफ्टिंग, शिफ्ट नहीं होता है. Let us be clear by after explaining indirect taxes. We may say GST, goods and service tax. Indirect taxes are those taxes where the impact and incidence of such taxes fall on different persons. Means there is a shifting of the burden of taxes to another person. I'll give an example. If manufacturer produce the goods after spending of rupees 10, So in this 10 rupees, cost of manufacturing is there, service tax is there, sell tax is there, transportation is there. Whatever actually manufacturers fix the maximum retail price is nothing but after all including these taxes and cost of other activities. So whatever 10 rupee in the form of 10 rupee actually we are purchasing from the manufacturers, we are paying indirectly tax to the where manufacturers, and manufacturer and collect the tax from the customer and it will pay to the government in the form of what? Taxes. Means what? Here manufacturer will not pay the tax, but actually he will collect from it to the customers and pay. Means whatever imposes tax to the sales in the head of manufacturer, manufacturer can shift this tax to the ultimate customers. Means there is a possibility of shifting of the burden of taxes to the another person. We call indirect taxes. So actually what is mean tax? What is tax? हिंदी में इसको बोलता है कर. कर बोले तो क्या होता है? टैक्स इज अ कंपल्सरी कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन. कर जो होता है राजे महाराजे भी लेते थे पूर्वी के जमाने में. Tax is a compulsory contribution by various person to the government. जो कर होता है वो कंपल्सरी कंट्रीब्यूशन होता है. पूर्वी के जमाने में लैंडलॉर्ड थे, वो लैंडलॉर्ड अपने ही फार्मर से कर लेते थे, या किंग महाराजे राजे अपने ही फार्मर से किंग लेते टैक्स लेते थे, कर लेते थे. सो एक कर generally we can divide direct and indirect. So income tax. What is income tax? Then direct tax. Tax on income. Income tax is a tax on income. Very simple. What is income? So any monetary benefit received by the assessee we called as income. Any monetary benefit, maybe in the form of things, maybe in the form of kinds, maybe in the form of rupee, any if it helps in the form of monetary, we may say it is a income tax. It is a income, not income tax. So I want to start some important definitions or some terms, special meanings of certain words as per the Income Tax Act 1961. So these words or terms can be defined in separate section wise. We will focus one by one. So this is first term. See, person. As per the Income Tax Act 1961, subsection 2, section 2 and subsection 31, person includes the following. Number 1, an individual person, a Hindu undivided family, a company, a firm, an association of persons or body of individuals, whether incorporated or not, a local authority, every artificial judicial person not falling within any of the preceding categories. These all includes for what? These all includes person. So person means individual person, हम जैसे आदमी, और हिंदू अनडिवाइडेड फैमिली, जॉइंट फैमिली होती है ना, इस हिंदू अनडिवाइडेड फैमिली एक नेम के आधारित होती है, HUF हिंदू अनडिवाइडेड फैमिली, ये पर्सन कंसिडर होता है. फुल हिंदू अनडिवाइडेड फैमिली itself one a person. Likewise company, a company also as per the income tax term we called a person. Even a firm, partnership firm or other firms, entrepreneurship, whatever, we called as what? A person. An association of persons, any group of members or a person group. we called a person. Local authority कोई भी होता है, ग्राम पंचायत का मेंबरशिप होगा या रूरल पंच कमेटी होगी, वो भी एक पर्सन के नाम पे जाना जाता है. Every artificial judicial person, legal person, suppose if appointed by a court or judicial person, we called him also a person. Okay, so person means 7, an individual. Second, HUF, Hindu Undivided Family, a company, a firm, an association of persons or body of individuals, whether it may be incorporated or not, register ho ya na register ho. Or sixth one, a local authority, and seventh one, every artificial judicial person. Getting? Let us move. Next section or next word, that is assessee. As per the Income Tax Act 1961, Section 2, subsection 7, assessee means a person who is liable to pay tax is called assessee. Very simple. जो टैक्स देता है, जो टैक्स पे करता है टू द गवर्नमेंट, उसको assessee बोलते हैं. In short, assessee means a person who is liable to pay tax. Second, a person who is liable to pay any other sum of money, maybe in the form of penalty or interest, उसी को भी person बोलते हैं, assessee बोलते हैं. A person who is a representative assessee, maybe guardian, if in case of minor, इसको क्या बोलते हैं, गार्डियन को representative assessee बोलते हैं. A person who is deemed to be an assessee in default under any provision. As per the Income Tax Act, deemed to be an assessee means a person who is responsible to deduct tax at source, or after deducting tax fail to pay it to the credit of a government. Getting? Certain authorities होते हैं, सपोज लॉटरी लग गई, लॉटरी का पूरा अमाउंट हमारे हाथ में नहीं आएगा. आफ्टर गेटिंग certain deduction of tax, we will get the lottery amount. That we call deemed to be assessee. Okay, assessee किसको बोलते हैं, जो टैक्स पे करता है, who is liable to pay tax. In short, a person who is liable to pay tax, assessee बोलते हैं. Person liable to pay any sum of money, इसको भी assessee बोलते हैं. A person who is representative of assessee, guardian in case of minor, इसको भी assessee बोलते हैं. Or a person who is deemed to be an assessee. Getting? नेक्स्ट टर्म को जाएंगे, असेसमेंट ईयर. स्लाइड डिफरेंट है, assessee and assessment year. Assessment year is also called as income tax year. Assessment year means the period of 12 months commencing on 1st April every year and ending with 31st March. Next, the following. This is also called financial year of the central government. So generally, it is a 12-month. Okay. What activities we have to do in assessment year? In assessment year, computation of total income and determination of tax liability on such total income of the previous year of an assessee is made. What we should do, what generally we are doing or we should practice in assessment year, computation of total income and income tax. Getting my points? जो भी लास्ट ईयर का इनकम है, जो भी लास्ट ईयर का टोटल इनकम है और टैक्स लायबिलिटी इसके ऊपर कितनी निकाली जाती है, ये असेसमेंट करना, ये कैलकुलेशन करना, ये डिटर्मिनेशन करना, इसको ही बोलते हैं असेसमेंट. असेसमेंट ईयर, जिस ईयर में ये असेसमेंट होता है इसको असेसमेंट ईयर बोलते हैं. वेरी सिंपल, वेरी सिंपल. सो अगेन यू माइट थिंक ओवर दैट. प्रीवियस ईयर बोले तो सपोज वी आर इन करंट ईयर, पिछला बरस, प्रीवियस ईयर, इन इनकम टैक्स असेसमेंट का एग्जैक्टली बैक जो भी ईयर होता है उसको प्रीवियस ईयर बोलते हैं. वेरी सिंपल. बट एज पर इन टर्म्स ऑफ इनकम टैक्स एक्ट 1960 में जहां जहां जब जब मैं इनकम टैक्स एक्ट बोलता हूँ, यू शुड बी रिमेंबर दैट I use only 1961 Act, and these are the sections, subsections will be available. Please remember. Section 2, subsection 34 and 3, previous year defines. Preceding the assessment year is called previous year. मैं बोला अभी assessment का exactly back जो भी year होता है उसको previous year बोलता है. This is also 12 months. Previous year is the financial year ending on 31st March immediately preceding the assessment year. Very simple. So what is your previous year? So your previous year is 1st April 2019 to 31st March 2020 is the previous year. What is your assessment year now? Assessment year is 1/4/2020 to 31st March 2021. So in short, 2021 is assessment year, previous year 19 and 2020 is the what? Previous year. So what is assessment now? मैंने बोला computation and determination. But in terms of account, what? Income tax rules. Assessment means section 2 subsection 8. Assessment means what? Computation of total income and computation of tax on total income. Very simple. 2 marks sometimes question will ask. Computation of total income, computation of tax on total income. Very simple. Please remember. So since beginning we are talking what is income. What is income? Here incoming gross total income is there, total income is there, casual is there, you know. So in income, different classifications are there. We can talk one by one. So again, Act is remain same, 1961. Gross total income, section 2, see section 80B, subsection 5. What? Gross total income, section 80B, subsection 5 says that gross total income means the total income computed in accordance with the provision of Income Tax Act before making any deductions under section 80C to under section 80U. Very simple. So total income before deducting any deduction, we called as income. That income, gross total income. Very simple. Gross means before deducting any deduction. Very simple. What is gross total income? Total income before deducting any deductions. Very simple. So what is total income? Section 2, subsection 45 and 5 says that after deducting all deductions, whatever income is remain, that income we called as taxable income or total income. Very simple. Taxable income, you remember it in the word of taxable income. Taxable income means after deducting all deductions. So deduction starts from 80C and ends with 80U in the Income Tax Act 1961. Please remember. Gross total means before deducting any deductions. Taxable income means after deducting all deductions. Very simple, very simple. Getting. So let us we'll move next part. Next term is deemed incomes. Section 49, it clearly explains that it may be in case of business or profession following treated as income from other sources or deemed income. Very simple. Please see, listen. Point number 1. Amount received or in the value of benefit obtained during the year in respect of loss or expenditure allowed as deductions in the earlier year. Very simple. Any loss, it might be happen in the previous year. If it is allowed to deduction for the current year, That is called deemed income. Very simple. Maybe in the form of, depreciation, maybe in the form of expenditure, maybe in the form of loss, whatever. If it is allowed to deduct in the current year, getting that that expenditure itself deemed income. The amount of liability which are allowed to deductions in the earlier, getting that expenditure itself we called deemed income. You will be more clear when we solve the problem on it. Next we can go. How many parts we have covered? Gross total income, taxable income, that we call total income. Then third one is what? Deemed income. Now we are moving towards casual income. It is, casual. It is not permanent. It is not sustainable. It is not constant. It is not regular. Casual. Casuality, that you might heard the word. Casual section, like this. This is, income, no doubt. This income we called as windfall income or profit. Any receipt of non-recurring or unexpected is called as casual income. Any receipt of income in the form of non-recurring nature we called as casual income. Examples: winning from lotteries, gross crossword puzzles, card game of any sort, or from gambling, betting of any form of nature, or whatever so on. These are the examples of casual incomes. What is casual income? Unexpected receipt is called as casual income. Examples: winning from lotteries, winning from games, crossword puzzles, card game, or any game. These all incomes comes under casual income. Getting good. Agriculture income, section 2 subsection 1a. Next part of income is agriculture income. In India, we can calculate the agriculture income, but tax on agriculture income is not applicable. So tax-free income is also called as agriculture income. Agriculture income itself, tax-free income. Agriculture income may be in the form of rent, revenue derived from land which is situated in India. The land must be situated in India, and that must be used for agriculture purposes only. Then we called agriculture income. Getting my points? So what are the conditions? Rent or revenue should be derived from land. Land should be situated in India. Land must be used for agriculture purpose. These are the conditions. So for which land we called agriculture land? Agriculture land means that the basic operation must be carried on the land. Such basic operations are tilling, that we call hal chalana, sowing, पेरायचं, planting, etc. Digging, these all, if the operations go through these activities, then only we called agriculture land. Getting? So will be remaining will be continue in the next class.